was lost, ignorant by default. I was hurting in my heart, everything in the vault. Locked on my paw, left from your mind. Search the skies and the stars, trying to grasp how bright they are. Unusual as a child, to tell the difference it took a while, but all the while.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy 316 back at it with another video, and we're going to get started today with another teaching. Thank God for his Holy Ghost and his knowledge and his wisdom. Spiritual wickedness is what this topic is going to be about, and I don't know how long. This might be a part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me get comfortable, man. It's kind of hot in here, so if you see me sweating or whatnot, man, the studio's hot. Got the light beaming. It's that type of day, type of time. Rough, rugged, and raw and to the point. We're going to get into some good stuff, some things that I've been, and we're going to jump in right into it because I don't have a lot of time. So here we go. A secret society is a club or organization whose activities, events, inner functions, or memberships are concealed from non-members. The society may or may not accept to conceal its existence. The term usually excludes covert groups such as intelligence agencies or guerrilla warfare insurgencies that hide their activities and memberships but maintain public presence. Where they work at and where they're based at, it can be anywhere. But these are the main places that you'll find these secret societies, and they will be in politics. It says because some social societies have political aim, they are illegal in several countries. Italy, the Constitution of Italy, blah 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 blah. Political parties and political organizations and their constitutions. They are also in colleges and universities. We already know that. That's just obvious. And to connect the dots here, we have colleges and universities, and these are where your presidents come from. The Skull and Bones, the school Yale, which was most famous for the Skull and Bones and the secret society. While their existence had been speculated for years, internet-based secret societies first became known to the public in 2012 when the secret society known as I can't even say this, Qaeda, I don't know, Qaeda 3301 began recruiting from the public via internet-based puzzles. The goals of the society remain unknown, but it is believed that they are involved in cryptography and cryptocurrency. Ooh, that's interesting. It's interesting that they mention that because when cryptocurrency was first introduced, when you talk about cryptocurrency, you're talking about in the realms of Bitcoin and all these coins and monies that you don't get to see. It's kind of like credit cards, not like credit cards. Like they're kind of like credit cards. So it's like you have money, you can spend it, but you'll never see it. It's not like you're having it in your hand or anything. It's all like credit. You can get it off of credit. You can get it off of playing your games. So cryptocurrency has a lot to do with a lot of illegal stuff. I can get into that too. There's a lot of that going on, but it's interesting that they said internet and they said cryptocurrency. That's crazy. They have the replica of Ishtar, and it's a real big replica of what they built back in the day, and that was based on Baal worship and Nimrod, when Nimrod was called the hunter, and he hunted those that believed in the Lord. And basically, when you talk about Illuminati, that all comes from Egyptian intelligence. Albert Pike was one of those. He's one of those people that's in the Illuminati that's worshipped as like a god, or as one of those people that enhanced or influenced in his many ways how to progress with the Illuminati, with the intelligence. It's a lot about about this guy. I won't get into too much because Greek stolen from Egyptian theology and twisted into something else. But what was happening in Egypt was during the Moses era, when Moses was taking the people and he was trying to free the people from being enslaved by the Egyptians. And Egyptians practiced a lot of mysticism, and it was very high-end stuff back in the days, because back in those days everything was open, the portals was open, so anything can get in and teach. Even in Genesis, it tells you that there was different entities that entered, meaning the fallen angels that entered earth, that taught man how to do these things. See, people don't know that. See, fallen angels had the knowledge already on how to live on earth. So when they got fallen, when it was falling, they came down there and they wanted to have sex with the women and create their own generation of species or whatever. They couldn't take it that far, but they did taught how to teach, how to deceive, how to use what God has and twist it around to play on words, to enchant, how to pray behind things and put a spirit behind it and things of that nature. They learned how to blend in with God's people. They taught them all types of stuff. They taught them how to make weapons. These fallen angels now taught them how to make weapons, how what type of clothes to wear, taught the females how to put on makeup, all types of stuff. Now mind you, these are fallen angels, okay? And then back in those days, they had the giants and everything else. But to enlighten you, that's where all the knowledge came from. And we all know Satan is the light bearer, okay? So he can perceive as light, but he can deceive just so easily as a person can get saved. It's just that easy. And you can get tricked in so many ways. So that's why you have to be careful when you're when you're in church or you're around certain groups or whatever, and you're enchanting things or you're praying and stuff like that. You don't know what type of spirits that's there, so you have to make sure you're covered before you go into places and everything else, and make sure you're in the right frame of mind. Make sure you're alert and you're vigilant. Make sure you pray to the Lord that He's with you, because you can easily get deceived and you fall into these occultic religions, which was Bell back in the day, which is Illuminati, which is what you call these secret societies of today. Now, what they didn't say, that some of these secret societies have church members. Do your research. Don't be afraid to do some research, because the people teach you not to do research. All right, so in February 1904, Crowley and Rose arrived in Cairo, claiming to be prince and princesses. They rented an apartment in which Crowley set up a temple room. Aleister Crowley himself began invoking ancient Egyptian deities while studying Islamic mysticism and Arabic. According to Crowley's later account, Rose regularly became delirious and informed him they are waiting for you. On March 18th, she explained that they were the god. They said they were the god Horus. 3, right? The eye of the Horus. The eye of the Horus is on the back of your dollar bills. That pyramid with the eye, Jay-Z with the diamond, all of that is the eye of the Horus. And And on the 20th of March, he proclaimed that to be a phoenix, I can't say it, of the gods has come. So clearly, I don't have to read no more. We already see that he was invoking and enchanting and searching and praying to these Egyptian deities and studying Islamic mysticism. It's interesting that they use Islamic because you have Islam, you have the Quran. It makes you, and then it says it's in Arabic. Things that, listen. So what I was just saying was, before we read this, all these intelligence came from Egyptian intelligence, which came from Bel, which came from the light bearer. Come on, man. This is the world of darkness we're talking about. This is not the world of light. So don't let them fool you. And that's how he developed Thelma. And this same guy, Aleister Crowley, he's just the same guy that calls himself the Beast. He claimed himself to be Satan himself. 666. And that's where you have all these Illuminati people throwing up the Illuminati signs and 666, not knowing that there's a spirit behind it. Everybody thinks it's a game until they get attacked. And now they want to tell stories. Now they want to come out. Now they want to get saved. And there's so much to talk about. There's so many ways and angles you can go with this. But I'm not going to wrap y'all head off. I got to go. I'm going to holler at y'all later. 316. I'm gone.